Hi everybody, my name is Sebastian. I'm a collector of old, fine and rare vintage wines and spirits. Today is the first time that I will try a sherry in front of the camera. And it's not any kind of sherry, it's an absolute premium sherry from 1952, which was bottled in 2022. That means this sherry is 70 years old. It has aged in barrels for 70 years. Maybe some of you don't know what sherry is. Sherry belongs to the so-called fortified wines, and it is only produced in a special region of Spain, in south of Spain, in Andalucia, in the area around the city Jerez de la Frontera. I hope I pronounced it right. Sherry is produced in a variety of styles, ranging from light and dry versions, which are called, for example, manzanilla or fino, to dark and heavy versions like amontillado or oloroso. The majority of sherry is made from the so-called palomino grapes. After being harvested, the grapes are first fermented like normal wine, but then grape spirit, you can say kind of a brandy, is added to increase the alcohol level. This is why these wines are called fortified wines. There are other popular fortified wines in the world, for example, Madeira wine, port wine, but also the so-called Marsala wine from Sicily in Italy. Fortified wines are somehow indestructible and have a great potential for long aging. Sherry usually ages in oak casks. During the aging process, the wine is developing a yeast-like natural layer, which is called flor, which protects the wine from excessive oxidation. The name sherry is protected. Only the wine which comes from this specific region in Spain can use this name. The sherry style I will try today is so-called amontillado. This sherry is first aged under the flor layer and then exposed to oxygen for a very long time, which makes the sherry darker than fino, but also very dry. The winery Toro Albalà is a family winery that has a long tradition and was founded in 1844. They are known for their high quality. They have been recognized with many international awards, and they are even considered one of the 100 Spanish gold wineries. That means they belong to the top 100 wineries in Spain. This specific wine from Toro Albalà has aged in a vestry that the owner family had in the cellar of their house in Aguilar de la Frontera. There it was kept in a perfect temperature and humidity for generations. The result is a product of absolute finesse and elegance, and it has even been rated and awarded by the most popular wine critic of all times, Robert Parker. Robert Parker rated this wine 95 of 100 points, and he even rated another sherry from this winery from 1946 with 100 Parker points, the best rate he could ever give. All bottles from the winery are numerated and naturally sealed, and they are signed. So you see the seal, the natural seal, you see the signature, and you see the number of the bottle. In my collection I have 3 bottles. This sherry has been bottled in 2022, that means it has matured in a cask for 70 years. Fortunately, I don't have to open the whole bottle, because as a very special gimmick of these bottles, they offer a small tasting sample to each bottle, which I have here. I think it's very nice to add tasting samples to bottles, because you don't have to open the bottle, you can try the sherry and you can decide if you like it or not. The funny thing is that this sherry, although it has been matured for so many years in a cask, for 70 years, is not very expensive. It's limited, but you can still buy it at around 200 euro for the moment. But I'm very sure that this sherry wine will increase in value very much in the future. The sample is sealed with a kind of wax capsula that I have to open first. But actually you can open it very easily, which is not surprising because it was bottled only around 1 year ago. So you can pull out the cork and you already get the smell, and the smell is already very nice. So let's pour the glass with this small sample and see how this sherry tastes. The sherry has a nice amber color, and the nose is really interesting. It has a great aromatic intensity. You can smell some tobacco leaves and orange peel. The nose also gets some dried apricots, but also nutty aromas. I would say it's hazelnut. So let's drink it. This sherry is very dry, but it's very round. It's very intense. It's extremely complex. It has a high acidity, but it's perfectly balanced with salinity, so salty notes. You can taste almond but also traces of cocoa. I have already tried several sherries, but I would say this is the best one so far. What I especially like is that it's so extremely dry, but still of such a high quality, of such a complexity, the salty notes. Robert Parker rated this sherry 95 points. To be honest, I don't want to battle with him. I don't dare to give another rating, but it's also my honest opinion. I would rate this sherry also 95 points. I can only recommend you to purchase this sherry as long as it's still available, because of course these bottles from 1952 are absolutely limited. You can really get the taste of a 70-year-old fortified wine for small money. It's very interesting also for collectors. Thank you very much for attending this tasting. See you soon in the next video. Bye bye.